All of England here, and today we're playing another game of Ranked. So we're still on Season 16 at the moment, and I'm currently playing in the Fiji. I mean, if you saw the last video, I said I played quite a few of the other ones, but really it's been quite... Really, it was just me playing one ship. So I've mainly been playing in the Fiji. I mean, I've had about 40 games or something. I think it's about 39, and all but say 4 have been in the Fiji, because... Overall, I think honestly this ship is actually pretty amazing. It is a bit weak, but honestly, if you play it correctly, it can do quite a bit of damage. I mean, this game it wasn't the highest amount of damage that I've done in this ship, but it was just a generally good game. So I thought this would be pretty fitting just for one of my good games, just to show really how you're playing it and just generally just my experience in this ship. So, I mean, one thing I've noticed is, especially because you've got 12 guns and they're relatively accurate, so what I usually sort of do is, I mean, I'm letting these destroyers spot, stick in the smoke and that, and then after a little bit run a hydro when, you know, an enemy's destroyer probably catches on and chucks them in, you know, in there, just to get out of there. But especially battleships, they take so much damage, it's mad. Like, considering how, you know, this is a tier 7 ship, it does a lot of damage. I mean, if you're going against any of the battleships and you actually get a good amount of hits on the superstructures, you can get up to about like 8 or 9k in the salvo, that's getting up to like tier 9, you know, tier 9 and 10 cruiser ship playing, really, because you get more higher volleys, you know, when I'm in, say, the Minotaur and that, but I mean, this is still getting similar amounts, so I mean, to be honest, I'm probably going to be playing this more even after the ranked is gone, because it's just generally quite a fun ship to play. So, as you can see, at the moment, we're currently going into the A cap. I mean, this is where I spend most of the time, because it's we do manage to get total map control eventually. It's somewhat of a close game, but it does end up being quite a nice win, and I do get a nice amount of damage. I mean, it's probably nothing, you know, there's probably going to be some players which are getting something crazy, like 150k in the ship, or maybe even 200, if they pull off something absolutely crazy. But I mean, I'm still rather happy with the amount of damage I do. So, at the moment, I can see that the sign-up's out of my spotting range, and the King George has got islands blocking him and just fired. No destroyers were in my line of sight, so that means I can fire on him without getting spotted. But yeah, you will see some high damage volleys popping off this game, because it does get very good. And so that must be one of their destroyers, so I'm not too sure which one of them that's going to be, but it's certainly going to be one of them. As you can see, their cruisers are quite far away up in north. These are in the Fiji. So here I do smoke up, because obviously now someone's looking at me, and it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, right, I don't want to be taking shots from me, especially a sign-up which overmatches basically all armour. So that's what I do. So you saw then that was like a nice 5k hit then already, and it's just the fact of absolutely mowing these guys down. I mean, it's just, see, look at that, just one hit, 1k damage. It's brilliant. So I would love to get 12 penetrations on a superstructure. That would be brilliant. That would. What is that? 12k salvo. So now, yep, they are starting to push now. So we've got mainly near the south here, where we've got A, they've got C, and it's just a fact of really trying to get people to slip up and just slowly taking out these ships and doing as much damage as possible. With this Fiji, he's a bit of an issue. I mean, as I say, it's a good ship, so I do try to focus a bit more fire on him, but at the same time there wasn't really much manoeuvrability in the smoke, because that is the one slight drawback with this ship. It's not really that manoeuvrable or fast to respond, so if you're going forwards and you want to go backwards or backwards forwards, or just generally turning or anything, it is rather slow to do that. So that's the one slight downside of the ship, but overall it's still rather fun. So now I do start hitting this sign up, because I can't see the Fiji and nothing else is in my range. I mean, I do see the Zara, and I'm thinking, right, I might drop a few shots off on him as well. So I'm using my map to get my aiming down, so you can see I've got the little circle there, and tried to somewhat predict where he's firing, and I've just noticed that my smoke's also running out soon as well, so if there are any destroyers, they're going to have a shot on me, and then that Fiji's just sitting nice and happily in his smoke and will be able to start shooting me, so it's probably a good idea to start moving. So I'd already got my rudder stuck on the right, and for now it seems like I'm okay, but as soon as I go past this island, that Zara will definitely spot me, because there's nothing to block me and him. Because instantly I am being aimed at. Unfortunately, this Akatsuki, I mean, for some reason he just starts getting in my way just throughout the rest of this game for quite a while. So I mean, I couldn't really do too much then because I had to slow down. So now I've really been put in a bit of a difficult spot. Was it the Jervis that was getting? I don't know. I know one of the destroyers kept getting in my way anyway. So, but yeah, so three ships there. I mean, I could have been out of this already, but I didn't really want to ram into that guy. Yeah, just took 5k, another k. It's going down pretty quick. So that's one of the real redeeming factors of this ship, and that really lets it stay alive is the repair party consumable. That's what really helps the ship out. So at this point I'm just trying to get out of here, so I'm using my smoke just to not get shot at and then reposition. Thankfully nothing is spotting me at the moment, and well, that was probably the worst timed statement ever made. And so there's the Fiji, okay, and that Jervis is in my way as well, but thankfully he's just getting around me. I mean, I've not actually played the Jervis yet. I do need to get the upgrades for it, and then I might give it a go in this. But from what I've heard, it's not really quite the best to go in, but I will try out nonetheless. Now, I was a little worried here because I've got King George, and he does manage to get pretty much all of his guns firing, and I'm like, oh no, he's firing HE, which doesn't particularly care about my armour at all. It will just damage me. So yeah, I'm just requesting support. I mean, I don't really know what sort of support anyone can give me at this point. I'm sort of stuck in the middle of a cap. I mean, thankfully we have now got both points, so we are just racking up points just, you know, so even if we do start losing some ships, we've got just something to back ourselves up on. And thankfully the Jervis does actually drop a smoke for me. It is a crawling smoke, you know, they're very, very short lasting by the looks of it. And yeah, I'm just like, oh thank you, because I apparently forgot how to use the F12 key. So I do go in here. Okay, no, it's 30 seconds, so this isn't rolling. I think it's just got a short duration then, if that's the case. Yeah, King George just tried to get a bit of a sneaky shot in there, just to see if he can try and hit anything. And I think, okay, well, I might as well start turning around and getting a few shots off of this Agonizer now. Whilst he's here, and then I see a broadside Zara, and I'm thinking, ah, brilliant, okay. Get a bit of damage on him. But yeah, that smoke is effectively dissipated as fast as it went up. And this is what I mean, this destroyer just got in my way. I'm like, I want to go full speed, but he's not getting out of my way. Move! And now I've got 3 people aiming at me. So this is not really a good situation to be in. Yeah, don't really get many penetrations then as well, and yeah. So it's more the fact of people getting in my way was the reason I was taking a lot of damage in this game. So I'm just trying to keep myself and that island in between me and the King George, but he does manage to get a salvo off, and if that is my citadel, I'm kind of in trouble. But thankfully they just fall short very, very, very narrowly. At this point, it's looking quite good, but I still have 4 people aiming at me at the moment, so thankfully the smoke has just about gone back up. And if you use any smokes, and I think it's 30 seconds or something, so between recharge times, if you've used the whole smoke and then you wait for the next one, it's about 30-40 seconds or something that you've got to wait. So all good there, and we're no longer spotted, and it's just a fact of I'm just going to sit in this for the next minute 30 and just hope for some intelligence, because see, I really do need to start shooting things, and the Akatsuki is just sitting there. So yeah, there's nothing really being spotted at the moment. Hopefully the Jervis just above me and between those 2 islands can spot something, and it seems like he just did. And unfortunately he does get unspotted as soon as he's spotted, so instead I just carve a big hole into the island. However, I do see that destroyer, so start dropping some shots off on him and try and get some damage. I mean, the shells on the ship actually do a good amount of damage to destroyers as well, considering. Now, I don't know whether it's because they're lower caliber and they're getting penetrations, or that's just got more armor. I mean, I'm not really too familiar with the Z39's layout because I've not played it and don't really know too much about it. I know it's got torpedoes and that's about it, so I just shoot at it whenever I can. And there we go, there's another destroyer, so pop off another salvo, which should kill him, and there we go. So we get our first kill, and now we can see there is the Zara. So I am hoping something could spot it, but the Akatsuki has decided he just wants to go on a little trip looking at the island. So I do get some hydro, just thinking, hey, maybe he'll get close enough to allow me to spot him, but I mean, yeah, that's not really going to happen, is it, in my smoke? There we go, that's dissipating, and now I'm in a bit of trouble. He's got 21k, I've got 12. So it's, you know, it's not good, and he's got shells which can pretty easily devastate a cruiser. I mean, they're meant for, you know, ruining the destroyers, but I mean, cruisers just the same, really. So thankfully my repair party does just at that moment come from cooldown, so I do get a little bit of extra health as I start mowing him down. And this guy's thinking, okay, I probably need to get a citadel, and yeah, he's loaded some AP, but thankfully I'm now turned into him pretty well, so it's just a fact of continuously firing and hoping to kill him. And I was really hoping those would kill him, but they didn't do their maximum amount of damage. And wow, the guns on that thing are mad. They really took me down then, and thankfully my smoke has gone and come off cooldown again as well, so I can go straight back into that and start mowing down this King George. So he's on 20k at the moment. I mean, both ships now are aiming at me, but thankfully I do have that smoke, and he does blind fire, so I'm just really hoping he doesn't hit me, because I've not got any repair parties left, as I was just spamming my damage control there, but thankfully it did set a fire. And now it's just a fact of turning my guns, getting all the damage I could possibly get, and then that's really it. So yeah, nice 3k damage on him then. I mean, just look at that, that's really good. And there we go, yoinked another kill. I mean, you can see the amount of points now. We're at 900 points to 500, we're securing the last cap. And it's just a Z39, so just GGing it. You know, quite a nice game. Now I think, okay, I'll try and get out for the last few seconds and see if we're going to spot this destroyer. So just pop it out for a second. Wondering where he is. And eventually he gets spotted. There we go. Do fire off, but as you can see we won. So I mean, I say it's not the highest amount of damage, but I mean it was just a generally nice and enjoyable game to have. It went nice and smoothly, and we did get the points. So we've got the Dreadnought achievement, as you can see, so that's quite nice. And then the rest of it, so 240k credits, 3,000 experience, 651 free XP, and then you can still see everything I've got there. So good amount of target hits, did spot 2 ships and capped 1 point, as well as finishing off 3 ships, and even managed to get some secondary hits. So overall that was rather a nice result. And then for the team score, I just about managed to claw and get into the top position there by about, what, 49 points there, which is quite good. And then the detail report going over there, so you can see the majority of that damage did come from that King George, taking damage off him, bit off the Zara, and the tiny bit off the two destroyers there. And then the rest of it was pretty negligible, but overall just rather quite nice. And then finally after that, it's just the credits and XP, which is given a bit of a rundown, so you can sort of see I've gotten a little bit of extra there. So I mean, I've got the Zula Hotel to get a bit of extra Commander XP, and overall just quite a nice game. So I mean, I really doubt I'm going to be getting to rank 1 this season, because it is immensely difficult. There's a lot of really good players going in here, and then you've got the look of your team as well, and then it's whether you've got Belfast as well. So I mean, I'm just trying to get as much steel as possible and not really grind it out, because it's more the fact that I still want to enjoy it. So that's really it from me. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and just seeing how I play in the Fiji, and maybe you've seen something that you could use potentially in your gameplay if you're playing in the Fiji yourself. So really that's about it. So if you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like, as it does help with me getting a bit more exposure, so more people can find my channel, as it is pretty new. And if you liked what you saw and you want to see more things like this in future, or any reviews, or I mean, I'll probably be doing more Thunder gameplay too, subscribe, and thanks for watching, and goodbye.